Oh boy, I've been wanting to do a video overview on all the amber fragrances from the house of Maitre Parfumeur at Gantier. And now that I've featured Ambre Tibet in my Scent Club mystery box, this one right here, I thought it was time to do that video. So Maitre Parfumeur at Gantier has 4 different ambers. One of them is a flanker to their original amber called Ambre Precieux. And then we have 2 additional ambers, Ambre Mythique and then also Ambre Tibet, which was just featured in a mystery box. So if you're curious to learn about these fragrances from the house of Maitre Parfumeur at Gantier, and you're a lover of amber fragrances, you gotta stick around to find out all about them. Thanks so much for tuning in. This is Sebastian. Yes, today I'm talking about the fragrances of Maitre Parfumeur at Gantier, focusing on amber. So Ambre Precieux came out in 1988. It's been around since then, quite a while ago. And it was also recently featured in my Scent Club. It was in kit number 4, and that is the kit that we sold the most with all the different Scent Club kits. It's been around since then. I've been a fan of this since the early 2010s. It used to be in a red bottle. It was a little more cheaper, but I think the brand was acquired by another company and they redid the bottles, and now we have these really gorgeous bottles. And then these are refillable bottles, as you can see. I don't know if they sell, I think they sell refills for these. But the Ambre Precieux is the one that started it all. And then we've had a flanker to it called ULTIME. Originally, it came in a bottle like this. It's been around since 2014. Now, the new ULTIME comes like this. It's been done 4 times already. So this is the 4th, the production of Ambre Precieux ULTIME. And because it's been a demand, it's a limited edition launched in 2014, but people wanted it so much that they did it 3 times in a bottle like this. And then now, the latest version of Ambre Precieux ULTIME is a bottle like this, which I find a little better than this, don't you think? I don't know, they're both nice, but I do kind of enjoy the new kind of reddish orange amber color, because it is an amber after all. But we're going to start off talking about the latest amber, and if you were lucky enough, you would have received a sample in the mystery box of Ambre Tibet. So Ambre Tibet is inspired by the Maitre Parfumeur at Gantier home or ambiance perfume called Ambre Tibet. And I've always thought it was a great smelling fragrance. I visit their store when I'm traveling to Paris. They have a nice little store near the Place Vendôme. If you ever make it to Paris, go to their store. They've got all their fragrances, and they have a huge, vast catalog of fragrances in all different directions. And when I was sampling their home fragrances or perfumes, I thought to myself, this deserves to be an actual perfume that a person can wear. I'm sure you can wear it too, but now they've made it into an actual perfume that people can put on, because it's a really great amber. And it's great that the brand focuses on ambers, and they've got 3 different amber fragrances going in different directions. And of course the ULTIME, which is just a more intense version of the original. But the Ambre Tibet features notes of Labdanum, Ambergris, vanilla, sandalwood, incense, Davana, eucalyptus, patchouli, rose, and geranium. So let's go ahead and smell this one. It's definitely different than Ambre Precieux, and really different than Ambre Mythique. I think between the 3 different fragrances, Ambre Tibet, Ambre Mythique, and Ambre Precieux, Ambre Mythique is the most different between the 2. I feel like Ambre Tibet and Ambre Precieux do have similarities, but there's differences between all 3. So this is definitely very bright. There's a brightness about this one, and also very amber focused, of course, but there's some greenness running throughout it and light booziness from the Davana, and the greenness, also the bitterness and the camphoric touches of the eucalyptus in here as well. But in the end, it's Ambergris and Labdanum. Ambergris is the whale regurgitation, of course. Labdanum is what they use to create the amber accord. They've combined it with vanilla. They've also got some smokiness here from incense. And I like the Davana in here. The Davana adds a really nice greenish kind of booziness to the fragrance. And of course, rose geranium as well. And you gotta have the patchouli in this. But it's a wonderful offering. It's a really, really great amber. I think they know how to do ambers great at this house. They keep making them, obviously. So those of you that got the mystery box, what did you think of Ambre Tibet? Did you enjoy the smell? did you compare it to Ambre Precieux? Those of you got the kit number 4. We had Ambre Precieux in that kit. If you have both, have you compared the two together? I'm an amber lover. It's like a top 5 note of mine. And that's one of the reasons I'm doing this video here, highlighting these 4 different amber fragrances. But Ambre Tibet is really, really great. The name of the fragrance is in the bottom here. I don't know if you can see it there. And then, of course, the bottles have this beautiful jewel type of a situation. You know, I forgot to mention, there is a discount code you can take advantage of for any of the fragrances. It's in the info box if you were in the market for any of these fragrances. But either way, first fragrance from 2022 is Ambre Tibet. And then going to the year 2016 with Ambre Mythique, this one right here, you know, similar bottle, different colored juice, obviously, as you can see the differences here. And of course the name is right in the bottom here, Ambre Mythique. You can read that. And then a different colored jewel on top here compared to the other one. So Ambre Mythique launched in 2016, and I have a full review of that fragrance on the channel. I did it for Lucky Scent at that time, way back in 2016 or 2017. But this fragrance is so overly intense, does choke you a little bit when you overspray this one. So be careful, because it is really beast mode. This has notes of labdanum with myrrh, vanilla, lavender, incense, coriander, tonka beans, patchouli, sandalwood, and geranium. Once again, it's definitely an amber, but between the 3 different ambers, I'm leaving out the flanker, the ULTIME, because the ULTIME smells like Ambre Precieux. This one smells the most different to me between the 3. And also it's very, very powdery. Like, I think that's the reason why it kind of makes me cough when I overspray this one, because it's really, really floats in the air when you spray this stuff. But in the end, it's very resinous and balsamic, lots of it. And then the lavender is really prominent in this as well, creates a kind of an aromatic powder experience here, along with all the resins and the vanillic touches and the balsamic touches in here. Of course, you've got tonka, woods, geranium, and patchouli. These are all typical notes in all of the ambers here, and it's just the way they use them. You know, sometimes they use one note more than the other, and vice versa. So in this case, it's gone very, very powdery for me, and also really, really intense. Out of the 3, this is the most intense, and it does kind of choke you, but the fragrances are all intense here. Really beastly fragrances, and really, really great. Let's go ahead and smell Ambre Mythique from 2016. Are you guys lovers of amber fragrances? Do let me know. Put a comment down. And what do you think about the Maitre Parfumeur Gantier amber fragrances? And I think, for me, one of the first most amazing amber fragrances is from this house. It's Ambre Precieux. It's been around since 1988. Although ambers are probably been around forever, I feel like this is the real amber fragrance, like the ultimate in amber fragrances. So here we have also a bit of an animalic touch, which I forgot to mention. This one does go a little animalic, but it's very, very resinous. It's also smoky. There's a sweetness there. It's very, very woody, vanillic, aromatic, spicy, all of this stuff. But don't overspray this stuff. It will make you cough. It'll go inside your nostrils and your mouth. It's pretty intense. It is really, really intense, but I love it. I love to overspray this stuff. I love the way it smells. And of course, you've got to get your nose on Ambre Mythique if you haven't yet. It's a wonderful amber from the house of Maitre Parfumeur Gantier that you can't miss out on. So then we've got Ambre Precieux ULTIME in the original bottle, and then we've got the brand new bottle, as you can see here. There's not much difference between the two. I've tested them out, and I've got very little amounts left in here. I should keep this bottle because it could be a collector's bottle. But it launched in 2014, as I was saying earlier, and then they've released it 4 times. This is the 4th time in this bottle, because there's been a demand for it, and they keep making it. But it was launched as a limited edition. It never really became very limited because it's so popular and people really enjoy it. So, launched in 2014, it features notes of amber, myrrh, vanilla, Tolu balsam, labdanum, Peru balsam, incense, nutmeg, lavender, and coumarin. Yeah, if you like Ambre Precieux and you want it a little more intense, I think go with the ULTIME. But personally, my experience is Ambre Mythique is even more intense than the ULTIME. That fragrance does choke me out. This one has never, although this is very intense as well, the Ambre Precieux, even in its original form. But if you like it beast mode, you got to try this. Let's go ahead and smell it real quickly. It will remind you of the Ambre Precieux because it's basically a flanker. But I feel like some of the notes have been shifted around, and some have been intensified, and some have been kind of balanced out and reduced a little bit. But it is a really, really great amber. One of the best ambers out there. Like next to Ambre Sultan from Serge Lutens, Ambre Precieux is one of the best. It's really, really great amber. You've got lots of balsamic touches here, very resinous touches, some smokiness as well, and some powderiness. And of course, warm, spicy sweetness comes in. It does get powdery. All of these ambers are powdery for me, but this is not like a... It's not known as a powdery fragrance. I think just the amber style of fragrances are considered to be powdery. But really great smell. Really wonderful. I really do like the new orange bottle, as you can see here, in comparison to the black bottle. What do you guys think? The black bottle has the old bottle caps. The very first bottle of Ambre Precieux I bought came in a red bottle. It was kind of a cheaper looking bottle in comparison to these bottles. And the cap looked like this. It had a red top on top. This has black. And this has been in this bottle since 2014. And now they've put it in this bottle, which I think it's a much more luxurious looking to me. But either way, those are my thoughts on Ambre Precieux ULTIME from 2014. And then last but not least, the one that started it all. It is the one that started it all way back from 1988. This is Ambre Precieux right here in its original form. This was, I believe, created by Jean Laporte, who started Maitre Parfumeur at Gantier. He's the guy that started L'Artisan Parfumeur. I'm sure you guys know this brand. He sold that brand and then started this. I don't think he's with us anymore, but he created something really amazing and magical here, and intense, something very enjoyable for someone that likes it. Really, really intense, ambery fragrances, vanillic, balsamic, resinous, and things like that. So this has notes of amber. There's myrrh, lavender, Tolu balsam, vanilla, Peru balsam, nutmeg. So it's spicy, it's aromatic, it's balsamic, it's resinous, it's powdery, it's vanillic. It's super, super delicious, and also some woodiness comes in as well. Are you a fan of this one? Let me know. Let's go ahead and quickly smell it. I'm sure you guys know this one because you've bought the kit, but I'm sure you've sampled it along the way. It's definitely one of the best ambers ever created. But yeah, I can see that there's a definitely more intensity here with the ULTIME in comparison to the original, but they're pretty close. And I feel like this is a little more fresher than the ULTIME, which is a lot more dense in comparison. But in the end, Ambre Precieux, again, one of the best amber fragrances ever created. It's so, so good. So those are my thoughts on these 4 amber fragrances. I'm hoping that next, with Maitre Parfumeur at Gantier, they do something completely different. Don't get me wrong, I love amber fragrances, but I want to see something different from this house. What do you guys think? Which direction should they go? Put a comment down so I can find out. Either way, guys, thanks so much for watching today's video. Let me know your thoughts on these amber fragrances. Are you a fan? Have you tried all of them? Are you just a fan of one of them? Are you curious to try any of the others? Do let me know. Put a comment down below. And of course, don't forget to take advantage of that discount code in the info box. I've got it all in there if you wanted to get any of these fragrances. Of course, with the mystery box, we were doing a discount code for Ambre Tibet, but now you can do the discount on all of these 4 different fragrances. Either way, thanks so much for watching today's video. If you have any questions or comments, please do list below. Please like this video. Please share it. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook, and I'll be back with more videos very soon. Have a good one. Goodbye.